What's up, Killer Knife fans? Gonna do a quick disassembly of this Strider .75 AR today. I just did the disassembly of the Strider SMF. So since I have this tool working, I'm gonna use it to take apart this pivot here. Like I said, guys, I use a thing called an iFixit. Got it on Amazon. And I'm using the number 3 Allen key here, and I'm using a T10 hex bit today. So we got some Windex, some paper towels cut up, nano 10 weight oil, and a couple Q-tips. Hex bit, well, the free spinning driver here, iFixit. Highly recommend this. Cost me like 20-30 bucks on Amazon. You guys should definitely pick one up. And this, which pretty sure is no longer available. Sure you could buy it on the aftermarket, third market, eBay type of thing. Used, but I don't see it on DLT anymore, and I'm pretty sure DLT was the only one that had it. So yeah, like I mentioned in the previous video, it's a part tool chain nut link tool. I'm not really sure, not a big bicycle guy, so like I said, I had to file this a little bit, but we're just going to jump into this now. And this is definitely one of my favorite knives, and I'm looking forward to getting it open here. So put the part tool in there. You're going to need the 3-gauge Allen key. Get that in here. Okay. I'm just gonna take this apart. Like I said, on my Strider, it was like super tight, and I had done it before the video. This is definitely not any different right now. Crazy tight, but at least you can see that I wasn't lying last time. So hopefully this doesn't break. Ooh. Yeah, that requires a little bit of muscle, guys. Striders aren't joking around when they put their knives together. I thought I got it. Guess not. Whew, that's tough. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get this without a real Allen key at this point. So, let's see. Nope, slipping still. All right. Man, I don't know if I have an Allen key that's gonna fit that. Let's hope I do. I don't know if this is the right size. It is. Sick. That's my Chris Reeves Allen key from my Nkosi. Hopefully this will be better. And it is. Woo! Oh, it's tough. And this thing kind of sucks, but it wasn't $70, so I'm just gonna use it. I'm gonna close this blade up. This is not safe. So someone told me to get a Sheesh. Forget the name of it. Spanner tool. Which I think I'm gonna have to go do that because this thing stinks. So he said it's a number 14. I think I'm gonna have to go get a number 14. Oh, $5 wasted. I'm gonna have to go probably spend $5 more on another tool. All right, got that. So definitely spur of the moment video, but just found this. See if we can get this out. It's not coming out. See if we can use this to push it out. Nope. Wow. Guys, this thing is definitely put together, super strong. I'm just gonna start by taking off the frame now. See if I can pop this out when I pop the frame off. And I'm taking it apart from the front because on the back you can't disassemble properly here. There's no way to take this off. So I'm just gonna pop the top off. Okay. Guys, Striders are put together like tanks. So just be prepared if you've never taken apart your Strider to kind of deal with that. It's definitely one of a kind feeling there. All right. Very interesting. Extremely interesting. All right, there we go. There are washers in there. I took this apart and I couldn't see a washer there. I was wondering where it was. All right, this looks beautiful though. It's not very dirty, a little bit of grit in there. Let me see. You see what's going on here? The standoff is like really in there and I can't get it out. So I'm just gonna keep wiggling it till I do. Or maybe unscrew it. It seems like unscrewing it's working. All right. Man. A lot of work there. And this still won't come out. I still can't get it out. There we go. The tolerance on that is insane. Insane. Crazy tolerances. All right. So, sorry about the holdup there. Hopefully you can feel my pain a little bit. That was really tough to get open. I'm just gonna take some paper towel and some Windex, wipe this off. Pretty dirty. Well, you know, well lubricated. PVD coating coming off probably a little bit of dirt. And just keep repeating the process till you can get it just where you want it to be. Mainly I'm taking this knife apart, guys, out of curiosity. I wanted to see how it compared to the other Strider. And as of right now, it does not disappoint. It was very hard to take it apart. The other Strider as well. Very tough to take apart. So this is a S90V version of the .75 AR. I think the other version is S35. This is a S90, so. All right, so we got that pretty well cleaned up. It wasn't very dirty. And this knife was running pretty smooth, honestly. I do have a review of this knife up, guys. I'll put a link to it. Clean your washers off. There it goes. Never a dull moment in taking a strider apart, apparently. Here we go. Let me get that. Thick washer on this as well. This knife was produced and put together by the Medfords in Arizona. Designed by McStrider. Wonderful collaboration, if you ask me. I really love this knife. It's one of my... It's always hard to pick your favorite knives, but I'll go ahead and I'll just say, you know, it's definitely one of my top 5s. Something I picked up from John Grimsmo is using Windex on anodized titanium. It really works. It really restores the energy of the anodization. So if you don't get anything else out of this video, guys, try some Windex on your anos. Really makes it pop again. Clean that pivot hole out. Tons of probably resonated Loctite and oil and a little bit of grime in there. This is probably gonna be running perfect by the time I'm done with this. I'm very excited to see the action on this because I already had great action. So cool. Yeah, get that cleaned up real nice. Like I said, Windex works miracles on the ano, so I'm going to wipe this down thoroughly, get it back to shining really beautifully. I'm not going to be taking this clip off. You know, this frame is pretty clean. All right, so next thing you want to clean is definitely going to be the pivot. This is the actual pivot that the blade is resting on, and this is the screw that goes inside. So this is more important than the screw. Just clean that off a little bit. Any kind of residue you can get off of there, the better. The smoother it'll run. Honestly, guys, this Park tool, it doesn't work that great, and I had to file it, but for $4.50, I'm not gonna complain too much. And these striders they are just really put together, solid. Q-tip, just want to run back through really quick, make sure get everything in the most important places. So definitely the pivot and directly around the blade. Make sure that's nice and clean. And again, gonna clean that up. All right, so now we can start applying the nano oil and start putting this back together. So start with the blade, detent track right in there. Get the detent track nice and well lubricated. Put a little bit inside here, if you can see that. That'll certainly help in putting this back together with the tolerances. And then we can start to put the washers back. So little drop here, put the washer back, And I'm going to try this a little differently than the Strider. And I'm going to put the washer back on the lock side of the frame. I'm going to put this together more traditionally than I tried with the integral face of the Strider. Nano oil. Okay. The interesting part of this is that this goes through the front, so that's part of what makes it a little more difficult to put it together, because you can't just pop this through the back and start assembling. So we're going to put this together this way first. Shoot, there we go. All right. So you can kind of see how beautiful the ano is already from the Windex. Pretty crazy. Get the blade in place as much as you can so that you can get the pivot through first. That's what I'm going to try to do at least. Let's make sure that's working out for me. Alright, it's not working out. Put this in there. It's very interesting, to say the least, to try to put this back together in a proper fashion. Using this bad boy again, this works wonders. Helps a lot. Get this pivot piece in there if I can. And I can't. Man, it's a tough knife, boy. Very tough. Very, very tough to put back together here. All right. I guess we're gonna put this whole thing back together first. Get this in there. Start putting the screws back in the standoffs. All right. I wonder if this is the same or not. Guys, thanks for bearing with me here. This is a little bit of a headache, but nonetheless, I'm enjoying myself. Beautiful to see the insides, the working parts of a knife here. Now just put a little bit more oil so this washer can sit there. It's kind of like a, definitely helps to stick to it. Let's get it in there. Let's use this to try to slide this washer over, and that's not strong enough, so let's try the Allen key. Also not working. Jeez. Guys, the tolerances, you know, they make wonderful knives when you have great tolerances, because you know your knife is going to stay in working order basically for the entire life of the knife. But it can definitely make it more of a headache to put your knife back together and take it apart. If you can't tell that from this video, it's certainly a little more difficult to do it. And like, that washer is barely sticking out, but there's no way I'm gonna be able to get that pivot in there with that like that. So just be careful, take your time. I'm gonna do the good old-fashioned press here. Not working. Maybe we can engage it slightly with the screw to start pulling it towards us. Maybe not. We're gonna find out. I'm not sure if that's in there at all. Let's grab our park tool and we'll start spinning this. Man, what a beautiful knife and beautiful tolerances, man. Really fighting you. Gotta respect the makers when you make a knife with tolerances this great. Absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just perfection. I don't know how they do it. Keeps me engaged. Keeps me coming back for more. Some of the toughest materials to work with on the planet Earth. And they're making us pocket knives with them that you can barely take apart and barely put back together, and they're taking slabs of metal and making these for us. Really, really incredible. Super incredible. Gotta respect it. I respect this knife even more now, having taken this apart. All right, so tight again. This is good. We want to make sure the knife is definitely put back together tightly. No blade play up or down. And now we know that we can loosen this a little bit. Okay. Guys, if you want to put Loctite, put Loctite. I use this knife quite often, and I'm not going to put any this time. So, just going to loosen this up a little, see where we stand. This knife's built like a damn tank, so it's truly incredible. Can definitely loosen this a little more, so we will. Want a little bit more of a flip open action here. Guys, I'm breaking a little sweat here putting this knife together, so still no play. Good action. Feels a little tighter than when I first took it apart, so I'm gonna still keep fooling with this. Let's see. Nothing. No play. Completely centered. Can see that. You know, these knives, you don't want them to be too loose, but I definitely think I can keep going on this. So I'm gonna. Wow. Can keep going. Let's keep it going, guys. Truly incredible. Incredibly hard working knife, man. Makes you work hard for it too. No blade play still. Nothing. Right? Beautiful action. honestly can't believe that I can keep loosening this. Kind of crazy. Alright, we're gonna loosen it some more. Look how loose this is. Look at that. It's not right. So apparently can't do too much with that. Everything's a learning experience, guys. If you're not learning every day or trying to learn, or, you know, doing stuff like I'm doing right now, taking your knife apart, I'm learning from this knife where it'll go and where it won't go. So it's a good day, guys. That's definitely the disassembly of this. You just want to play with the pivot, honestly, and not check the blade, because the blade's not going to go anywhere. A lot of fiddling. Sheesh. I can't risk not having this tighter. I can't have the pivot so loose. Interesting. Oh, it feels good. Wow. Guys, I'm not sure what we've learned today or if we're going to have a good laugh at me, but I've definitely learned a little bit about this Strider .75 AR. That it is a beast knife and a pain in the ass to get back together, but great action on it. Still gonna keep breaking in. Beautiful construction, built like a tank. Unbelievable, unbelievable knife. All right, cheers, guys. Have a killer night.